Hey, we got the ETFs, right? Boom, ETFs, yo. Are we surprised? And what is next? Okay, before we go ahead and go live, as always, cue my guy, Indigo Saint, and let's get it. Let's get it. Indigo Saint in the building. Black View Investing, let's go.
Who's this producer?
Best believe I was black or invested. With your money, you ain't gotta be guessing. Profits is what we manifested. So we binge on a black or invested. Best believe I was black or invested. Not course in this race, we ain't resting. We got stocks, we got crypto with a blessing. So thank God for that black or invested. Best believe I was black or invested.
All right, y'all. So we got those ETFs. Let me see here. Let me check for the comments. It says this. Okay. All righty. So we got those new Bitcoin ETFs. So let me go ahead and share the screen. Are we surprised? What is next? Man, I almost feel like ranting. I was listening to a Spaces before I came in here. And they were talking, they were saying so many words without saying anything. Like it honestly pissed me off. And there was a lot of prominent people in the Twitter Spaces. And it just led me to the show topic today, y'all. It just led me to the show topic is like, are we surprised? And like when I literally went through all the stuff, all the reasons, why would we be surprised? Like, it was flabbergasting to me. It was almost like, why were you ever even a fraction worried? Right? But you hear so much garbage. So much garbage. So let's just go over it here. So Gary Gensler says it's a watershed for the world's largest cryptocurrency, 11 approved, and they put so much doubt into our hearts, right? So much doubt into our hearts. Even so much so, yesterday there was a fake approval, right? And you kind of wonder, like, okay, if they didn't prove it yesterday, I mean, they were hacked, right? Quote unquote, hacked, right? And if you were hacked, then why didn't you just let it out yesterday if that was the case? And if you caught the quote unquote caught the hacker in like 10 minutes, right? And that's what the hacker chose to do, give information that you were going to release a day later anyway. The whole thing smells terribly. But they put so much doubt and fear in our hearts, right? But anyways, approved. So 11 applications, the number 11, always important, including BlackRock, ARK Invest, Fidelity, Invesco, Van Eck, amongst others. According to a notice on this website, some products are expected to begin trading Thursday. So I don't know if that means they've already bought the spot Bitcoin or not, if they're expected to begin Thursday. So, but they're saying here, Standard Chartered analysts, this week said the ETFs could draw 50 billion to 100 trillion or 100 billion this year alone. Now, remember, check out my episode where the episode's called I'm a Mark Yusko stan, okay? Yusko. Check that out. He said BlackRock alone would bring 30 trillion. I'm pretty sure he said that, 30 trillion, right? So these guys are saying 50 billion to 100 billion, potentially driving Bitcoin to 100K. And I think that's grossly underestimating. Bitcoin could be as high as, in my mind, 150 to 300K. Okay, I think 100K is just way too low. Okay, so not only think about these 11, right? Think about Japanese, Chinese investors, those different markets, right, opening their own ETFs. And if they're spot ETFs, understand that, okay? So this is huge, huge for the market, huge for the market, the crypto market. And let's get into the are we surprised before we go into what's next, okay? Let me see what we got in the chat. What's up, Crypto and Fergus? Euphoric trying to have 3 kids this year. Nice, bro. What's up, Shiny? Gudra? What's up, Sirius Bach? Man, oh man. So are we surprised? I think this is something we just need to go into because are we surprised, right? Like, because it's a real big difference between what people say and what they do, right? And if we used our eyes into what people did instead of what they said, okay, this is so helpful life lessons for everyone on every subject, not just crypto, right? So where we could have started, right, was good old Grayscale, right? When did Grayscale come out and when did they make their trust, right? Because the whole thing is Grayscale's been doing this forever. They've been trying and trying to get a Bitcoin ETF and trying and they failed and all of this jazz, right? But maybe the point we could have known is here. In 2015, they became a subsidiary of DCG, Digital Currency Group. We know they've been a big name in crypto, but this is when it started, right? Now, they say Grayscale was founded in 2013, launched the Bitcoin Trust that year, okay? And then in 2015, they became a member of Digital Currency Group's subsidiary, so they went up under those guys. And that same year in 2015, they had an over-the-counter Bitcoin Trust. Maybe that was the point we could have known, okay? But maybe you were drinking the juice, you know, maybe you're like, okay, it's a penny stock that's not regulated. I don't know. Maybe we could have known here, okay? When MicroStrategy became the first company, like they literally shifted their whole business plan, right? To become the first company to and it's crazy the way they listed here, right? It's crazy the way they listed here. And here you can see this happened August 11th, 2020. So here's another 11. 11, so important, right? So important. But if you dig down deeper into this, I don't want my wallet to come up right now, guys, nor do I want this. And we can hide that. Let me make sure it didn't stop sharing. Again, who we got in the house? Stan, historic. Thought they were going to push it for later. Yeah. They put that doubt in our hearts, right? But we knew the ARK Invest decision was due today. So they had to say something today. Okay. Now I've been over that with you guys. If you guys have been watching the show, you knew the ARK Invest decision was today. So they had, this was a drop dead date. They had to today. Okay. Now, where were we? So MicroStrategy, if they keep upselling to me. Now, if we go down here, okay, MicroStrategy first revealed its plan to buy Bitcoin as a way to avoid inflation on July 28th. And if you add this up, so 7 right here, July, 2 plus 8, we got so you got okay. So this is important, right? So here it is. Here it is. MicroStrategy. Maybe we could have known then, right? MicroStrategy shifts its whole business strategy to buying Bitcoin to avoid inflation. Like, and what did Michael Saylor know? Did he know then what was going on, right? Did he know then to avoid inflation? It's way worse inflation right now than where we were sitting in 2020. As a matter of fact, in 2020, I don't even know, was Rona around at that point? I think it might have been. So what Michael Saylor must have known something we didn't know. But here we go. Let's keep going here. CleanSpark. CleanSpark shifts its company's focus from just doing microgrids to December 2020 mining Bitcoin. Maybe we could have known then, right? So there's so many points here. Two companies, just two publicly traded companies, just shifting to mining Bitcoin. Could we have known then? Is that enough, right? How about this? How about the whole SegWit split, right? That happened in Bitcoin. And we could have known then, right? The whole company, what's their name? Blockstream. They came and they shifted Bitcoin's focus, and you got the whole SegWit thing, you got the whole Bitcoin Cash thing, Bitcoin SV, right? Satoshi version that happened here. And on top of that, also happened what also happened here was Blockstream. These guys kind of came into the picture, and they created the Lightning Network. These guys are like funded by big wigs, right? So could we have known then? And they say, okay, here they got 210 million, adds up to three. Three is a significant number, of course. So yeah, these guys came in. They basically took over Bitcoin here 2020, 2017, 2018. They also created the Lightning Network, started summer of 2015. If you know about Lightning, the whole Lightning symbol is a very big esoteric symbol. I think it relates to God Zeus, right? Jesus, right? So if you're in the know about symbols like that, maybe you know then, right? But SegWit and a huge company like this company, Blockstream, taking over, kind of leading Bitcoin, maybe we know then, right? But definitely, if you found out this information in 2023, maybe then you know. Bhutan secretly mining Bitcoin for years, at least since 2020. Just secretly mining it. Okay. Maybe you know then, like, just they obviously know something. They obviously know something. They've been secretly mining it for years. Why would a whole country use all of this energy just to mine Bitcoin, right? What do they know? Maybe we know then, right? But let's keep going. China. If you got the whole Trump thing going on. China. This article goes all the way back to 2017. IEEE IEEE site, right? Why biggest Bitcoin mines are in China. And this is why I think they secretly told them to stop mining. Or it wasn't a secret. China just stopped, they just stopped mining. Because I think the powers that be they know what was going to happen with Bitcoin. So they could not let one nation have like 51% control. So they're like, okay, look, you're getting to, so you got to stop. You got to stop mining. You got to kick out the miners. We can't let you guys have 51% control of Bitcoin. So stop mining. Like, no, we're not. Oh, okay. If you don't stop mining, we're all coming for you. Okay, we'll stop. So, like, this article goes back to, like I said, 2017. Okay, October for 2017. So you would have to think, okay, this is a plethora of miners. What did these guys know, right? If you come back over here to Blockstream, you'll see that one of the big members of Blockstream, Sir La Ka-shing, is a Chinese person. Okay, so he definitely had an inside track because he was a part of the company here, part of Blockstream, part of their venture capital people. So the Chinese, he's of Chinese descent, so you would think those in China were aware based off of his moves. If somebody like this, who was already a billionaire, is making these moves for Bitcoin, I think you as citizens would understand, okay, yeah, he's making these moves. This Bitcoin thing is going to be big, right? So you can see here, he's born in China, but he has Hong Kong and Canada citizenship. So the guy like this, who's worth multi-billions of dollars, is investing in this Bitcoin thing. Obviously, you're gonna take note, right? But for the final kicker, for the finer kicker, Coinbase, right? Coinbase comes into existence. Wait till you see who invested in Coinbase. This is going to be absolutely hilarious. Let's see how many people we got over here. 34 people. What is up, Richard Judge? It said, and Serious Box says Kathy knew years ago. 40 Soul Nance getting murdered in Neon. Don't worry, bro. It'll come back. Or if you're sick of waiting, you could trade into something else. I'm still holding on to my Neon, but I had it at a really good price. Let's see. So yep. So yeah, let's continue here. So Coinbase, this is going to really blow your mind here. So they were started 11 years ago. And by the way, this marks Bitcoin's like 15-year of existence or something like that. 1 + 5 is 6. And we know about those sixes, right? But anyways. So again, another 11. Coinbase founded 11 years ago. Let me show you. Okay, so 2015 again marked, right? They received a $75 million investment led by Draper Fisher, I'm going to say Jurviston, and the New York Stock Exchange. This was just hilarious to me to see that the New York Stock Exchange invested in Coinbase. That's crazy. I can't even believe this is on Wikipedia. So obviously, the New York Stock Exchange, clearly they knew something. And this is way before before Coinbase got listed. And then they go on to say some stuff. They got a bit license. They listed Ethereum. They got publicly listed as a company on a stock market. Come on, bro. Like the stock exchange was part of Coinbase's funding in 2015. Like you don't even need to even hear anymore after that, right? Like we should have been known, right? We should have been known, okay? But all like do what they do, not what they say, right? Type of thing. What people have been doing since 2020. And let's just go back and look at the price at Bitcoin in like July 2020, right? When Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy shifted their whole business thing, when CleanSpark all of a sudden started, mining Bitcoin, these publicly traded companies started getting in the game. Let's go back and look at the price of Bitcoin, okay? When I'm sure people were probably saying, oh, this is too high for this asset. Crypto is not even real, right? let's do a little revisionist history. Just a skosh, okay? Just a little bit. So 2020, okay? Let's see. July 2020. So July 2020, Bitcoin around 11K, right? Around 11K. Somewhere around this area. And I'm sure everybody thought this was like very expensive for Bitcoin because the top was like 17, something like that. 15 to 17. So I'm sure people back then were like, okay, it's going to go down. It's, but imagine, right then you could have had Bitcoin for 5,000 or for 10K, 10 or 11K, right? Let alone if we go back and say 2015 when the New York Stock Exchange gave some money to Coinbase. Like then you're just like super duper early. But all this time, right? We're led to believe that Bitcoin's a scam. Let me see. Where is this? Where is the MicroStrategy one? Here we go. So MicroStrategy, August 11, 2020. So 8/11. Let's go back here. Look at the price. So 8/11, 2020. So about 13. No, still like 11 to 10. Crazy stuff, bro. Crazy stuff to think of. But we shouldn't have been surprised. Is the long and short of it. Really shouldn't have been surprised. Shouldn't have been surprised, right? But where we head from here, guys, and as always, guys, we'll get to the comments at the end here. What we should expect, and this is what I was telling you guys to expect earlier. It seems like a lot of those BRC20 projects that we've been talking about are starting to move. Let's look at Mlayer. This was on a patrons list like a couple weeks ago. Let's see how responsive this is going to be. If I'm going to have to close, I'll just close some stuff up here. There's one we really need to get back to. I'll just get back to it later. Okay, so Mlayer. Let's get to Mlayer here. So Mlayer, come on, come on, going market cap. 96 cents, up 26% today, right? And climbing. And remember, we spoke about this. We spoke about this on the regular show. I told you guys, like, hey, a lot of these, and I told you that the patrons had a list of all of these. So Mlayer up over the last 7 days, 77%. Over the last month, 2x. Let's see another one. Let's see where Mubi is sitting right now. So I'm expecting these to probably continue to launch off, to keep going up. Okay, Mubi's still down. Mlayer's doing well. Let's see. One other one, Map Protocol. Oh, okay. It's up 11%, I guess. And climbing. And then let's do one other one. Map protocol. No, let's do this one. I haven't done this one on the show before. I don't think yet. OZK. Patrons got this a while ago. Very low market cap on this one. Let's see what it's looking like. As you can see, market cap less than 5 million on this one. Interoperability between BRC20s and ERC20s using ZK Snark technology. This one's don't that many people know about it yet, but it's going to have a nice time. But yeah, the projects like these, I'm expecting them to pop off, because they're all about uniting Bitcoin with the money in Ethereum. Okay, and we can expect Ethereum, like anything that you expect to have any like coin you expect to eventually have an ETF, like Solana, Ethereum, XRP. Those coins are probably going to have a nice time in all this bullishness. Because this also opens the doors for them to have ETFs. And remember how we were talking about Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Satoshi version, how somebody was holding a large chunk of those, right? They're probably doing very nicely right now too, right? Because somebody is still holding that chunk. We don't know who it is. Is it BlackRock? Is it like who is it? Who bought that much? Because it was no normal person. Because it was like millions, right? And that was Bitcoin, BSV, Bitcoin Cash, and eCash. So I'm expecting these guys to. Okay, you can see it flashed to 96 cents. Back down here to 90. But yeah, this is what we're expecting. Oops. Come on. It might just kill my, it just killed my virtual background. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and answer all of these. Shout out to Crypto in Focus and Mainly Music. Welcome. Okay, we got to those comments. What's up, Richard Judge? Blessings, bro. Appreciate you. What's good? Rue in the chat. Drake L. Owens in the house. Stan Cat Williams. And now this. Apple Pro will be released February 2nd. Will this affect BTC also? Not sure what you mean. Like Apple Pro, how does that affect BTC? Bro, I'm not sure. I don't get it. February 2nd, the 2 and the 2. One of the things I mentioned was I thought we could see other companies like MicroStrategies add BTC to add value. MicroStrategy has been adding BTC. That's why Michael Saylor is. I'm not sure what you mean here, E. Michael Saylor's been the one who's just been adding BTC since, and he's been doing it since 2020. The article I referenced was the first time that he added it, and he was the first So they say he was the first company to add Bitcoin to his portfolio for inflation, and that was back in July of 2020. Finally, it's going to pay off. What's up, Blues Batteries? So many companies, I'm sure, will follow MicroStrategy's example. Well, it's obvious to me. Yeah, that was back in 2020. E. So a few companies did. There's a lot of companies besides MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy was just the first, right? Because I know around the same time Benzinga said they were, when they saw that MicroStrategies was doing it and Square was doing it. They're not the first. If we come over, or I'm sorry, they're not the last. They were the first. MicroStrategies was the first. You see here, MicroStrategies obviously is the one that holding the most Bitcoin, followed by Mara. Because remember, MicroStrategies, all these Bitcoin miners kind of came in after this, I believe. So we got Mara, we got Tesla holding Bitcoin, Coinbase, of course, but you can see here most of these are Bitcoin miners. Yeah, all of these are like Bitcoin miners or people that make Bitcoin miners. Okay, except for Square or the block, right? Mogo. Funware, I don't think they don't make anything but Bitcoin, but yeah, so there are a couple other companies here besides the companies that you would recognize, right? Besides the Maras and the Clean Sparks and the Hives, besides all the Bitcoin miners, we do have Tesla, we do have Square, and we do have who did I miss here? There's one other regular company that I missed. But MicroStrategy. Okay. The sovereign wealth fund wants to add 500 billion of Bitcoin to their wealth fund. Things are about to get crazy. So, yep, great point, E. So then that's what's happening next, bro. Is pension funds. Okay, pension funds. Okay, are they going to go the buy Bitcoin route? Are they going to go buy ETFs? Which way will it go? Right. That's the thing. Now, and I was hearing in the spaces, like they were talking like, oh, well, will Michael Saylor buy will he buy the ETF instead of the Bitcoin? Maybe he like the ETF might be better. I'm just up here like, oh my God, these dudes, man, like, oh my God. Like the ETF validates this in the mind of people that were like, okay, crypto's nothing. Crypto's funny money. It's not regulated. But for us and all the things I just like kind of ran down for you, we should have known a long time ago, right? And don't even get me started on Jamie Dimon and going into how he funds consensus, right? Let's not even go into that. We don't even have to go into that. But just Bitcoin alone, right? Just Bitcoin alone shows us, right? Shows us we should have known. So, man, and just listening to that spaces was so frustrating because people were like, oh, okay, this is a monumental for Bitcoin. Like, there are 15 years of struggling, and we just looked at MicroStrategies changing their company profile, CleanSpark changing their company profile to mining Bitcoin. People knew writing was on the wall years ago, bro. Years ago. So this is not some shocking thing. But when you listen to these people, I was honestly putting myself in the head of someone who's hearing about crypto for the first time, and they're in these spaces because they see that the stock market has adopted crypto or have these Bitcoin ETFs. And I'm thinking about being a person who's hearing about crypto for the first time. You're in there confused as hell, bro. Like you're confused as hell in that spaces. And there are big name people in this space. They're throwing out all these variables. They're throwing out all this stuff that just makes it more and more confusing when really all you have to look at, very simple, least common denominator. CleanSpark changed their business plan to mining Bitcoin. They thought that that was more effective than to keep going on. They still do the microgrids. They still have that as part of their business. But the main thing now is mining Bitcoin. What does that tell you? Bhutan, an entire country, was just secretly mining it. What does that tell you? MicroStrategies stopped making software and started getting into the Bitcoin game. What does that tell you? New York Stock Exchange 2015 funded Coinbase. What does that tell you? Like it's just insane. But you listen to these people and they're throwing out all these variables. Well, the average median of the this really validates Bitcoin and hedge against inflation, blah blah blah. Like they're throwing out all this stuff that like really you got to understand SHA 256 and data encryption. There's nothing to understand about data encryption. Bitcoin, digital gold, period. Like just that simple. But they're throwing out so much stuff. I could not imagine being somebody who's hearing this for the first time about crypto. Like I couldn't imagine it. Like it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I know we over here, right? Like most of you guys are very, very advanced crypto investors. I know For Your Soul, Nance, I know he said he's kind of new, but even he's probably way, way ahead of like the normal crypto guy who's first finding out about Bitcoin, right? It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Also in 2019, Bot, a platform by ICE. Yep, and ICE was on one of those things. Let me see if I can find that. Mainly, you gave us some great information, bro. I appreciate it. Blockstream. I think Blockstream was involved with ICE somehow. Either Blockstream or Coinbase. Oh, this is. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, I can't remember where I saw. There it is. There it is. Early 2018, Blockstream announced a partnership with the Intercontinental Exchange, or ICE, to launch a cryptocurrency market data feed. And here we have, going back, platform by ICE, the company behind the New York Stock Exchange. Okay, so they're the company behind the New York Stock Exchange. Thank you. Announced they acquired DACC, Digital Asset Custody Company. That's very great news right there. That's awesome. Like so see, there's so many points where one could have known this is happening, right? A custody, a cryptocurrency custodian for hedge funds. There were so many points where you could have known, but if you just listen to all the noise, all the crap, all the crud, I don't know about crypto, man. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it was so frustrating to hear. It was so frustrating to hear. It was really like I literally it was very frustrating for me to hear, guys, and imagining a new person hearing that for the first time. It's crazy, but in some sense, they still need because I don't know if they have all the infrastructure in place, right? Let me go ahead and kill our Telegram because a lot of chats are coming through here. In some aspects, I think they still need people to feel like crypto is a scam, right? Maybe not all the infrastructure is in place. Maybe not all the laws are in place, right? Because there's an alchemical part to this too. And despite what you believe, like these people do have to adhere to the natural laws, the actual laws of God, right? The natural laws. And our whole this is a conversation for crypto and conspiracy, right? Our whole natural law system is kind of robbed from us in the courtroom, but that's a whole different story. And our social security number is how we're represented in the courtroom, which is a corporation. And when you get into that corporation, it's a long story. But yeah, thoughts on Celestia? I'm big on Celestia, big on the Cosmos blockchain. All of these like Cosmo coins, they're offering so many airdrops. Shout out to the guys in our Telegram, Sniper 4, Courtney Johnson, Tyson. I'm getting into the airdrops. I just claimed for the Dimension airdrop. You guys might want to get into that. If you can stake some Celestia, if you can stake some Osmosis, come find out. I think I could have claimed Celestia, but I wasn't paying attention to it. But now that guys are in our chat, in our Telegram, completely to join, by the way, guys, completely free to join the Telegram. If you want to take a step up from that, the Patreon is there. Less than a cup of coffee for a weekly watch list. So yeah, they're kind of teaching me, and I'm learning from those guys with airdrops. So I was able to claim the Dimension airdrop because I've been staking Osmosis. I've been talking about Osmosis since it was like 77 cents, since it was like 26 cents to users, and now it's $1.70 something cents, right? So I've been kind of piling some Osmosis, right? So yeah, if you can get stuff and stake it on your Kepler wallet, Osmosis, Celestia, Injective, Kujira, you may qualify for airdrops in the future. I'm bullish on the whole Cosmos ecosystem, like the entire ecosystem. I'm super bullish on it, right? And remember, we covered that at the beginning of the year last year, right? At the beginning of the year last year, we popped up. It was some consensus guy talking about what would be big next year. And again, we know consensus. They're the people who build Ethereum, right? Let me see. What was it? I'm not gonna be able to find it off the top of my head. It was something like crypto 2023. Okay, I can't think about it in my head. But yeah, and he said Cosmos gonna be big for 2023. And that was we read that at the beginning of the year, and look at Cosmos now, right? Look at it now. So yeah, really big on that. So writing has been on the wall for a while. 100%, bro. I was saying other companies will follow MicroStrategy's examples of adding BTC to their portfolio. Yeah, 100%, E. 100%. And I don't know why it was so important for these guys to just kind of let MicroStrategy do it, because Square has been holding it for a while too. Nobody talks about the Square is holding it. Tesla holding it. They've been holding it for a while. Nobody really talks about that. Everybody just talks about Michael Saylor, right? So interesting. Guess that was just really important to kind of keep it like on the low, like only this crazy Michael Saylor guy, and you know, who really can believe this one dude, right? People in the know knew, right? Any updates on El Salvador's economy since they went ham on BTC? I think it's okay. People still like people in our community in the crypto community champion El Salvador for doing what they did. But okay, here we got private companies here, so we can see there were some big ones here. Tezos. There were a couple. SpaceX. But yeah, you can see here that China, okay, they finally added China to this. Crazy. Look at that. Boom. And we just went over, right? 2017. My man's up in there trying to fix some Bitcoin miners, the entire freaking line of row of Bitcoin miners in China, right? They finally added China to this list. Like, and I used to go over one back when I was on Benzinga. When was that? Like 2020 or something like that, where it had China, it had a couple different ones. But yeah, so look, China huge, Ukraine huge, United States huge, and here's El Salvador, you know, not bad, but getting lapped by these other three, right? You might as well say that Ukrainian amount is the US's amount, but you know, I digress. I digress. I digress. Yeah, China a little bit above MicroStrategy, right? Or a little behind them. $189 for Sailor, 190 for China. So Michael Saylor right behind China with the most Bitcoin held, right? So I mean, I think El Salvador has a lot of big problems with crime. I read somewhere that they were like the biggest crime place, crime country. I don't know how true that is, because I've also read a post from their president that they had no murders in a month or something like that, and he was really happy about that. And that is something to be happy about if you're the biggest crime place, right? I mean, shout out to El Salvador. They're doing what they can out there. You know, I'm sure since they're heralded for being like a Bitcoin friendly place, they get it figured out, you know. Especially since they're off. I think if you own a certain amount of Bitcoin, you can get citizenship there. That's huge as far as owning property goes. I don't know if they're one of the places where you can have zero property tax, but it's probably lower than the US, right? When Ethereum starts to pump hard, that's when the alts will. What's up, Patrick? Probably so, man. And they're probably due to get the next spot ETF, right? So what is happening, guys? The conversion of fiat to crypto. They keep labeling it like it's a hedge, right? To inflation. This is not a hedge to inflation if you're paying attention, right? This is a conversion to the crypto system. They're going to do it slowly. Ever notice how they take away freedom slowly? All of a sudden, you think you're getting on a plane, and you know you're going through TSA or whatever for your safety. Now that's just normal. Before you didn't pay for your bags. Now you're paying for every bag because somehow that relates to TSA. They take stuff away slowly. So they're slowly moving to get that whole system out of here. They're slowly moving to take that that regular fiat system away. It's not just inflation. Take care, Richard Judge. Appreciate you coming through, homie. What's up, Nerd Up Inc. Marv, long time watcher. Mrs. KP Bailey piece. It's not my first time hearing about crypto or Bitcoin, but I'm confused. No problem. Okay, so the ETF is approved. What's the next move for us U.S. retail investors? Miss KP Bailey, maybe I need to have a show, and maybe that happens sometime this week. I'll just put out a video for those that are beginners, and like what does this mean for beginners? What this really just means for beginners, and just to address you a little bit, because I want you to know I appreciate beginners coming through here. Like beginners can just think of this as the first step to us moving to complete digital money. This is what's happening. And you can almost think of this as the first step to Bitcoin being digital gold. You can almost now think of Bitcoin as you would think of digital gold. It's something, Bitcoin, that's 21 million of them can ever exist. Bitcoin now, since these people are holding it, these ETFs are holding it, these hedge funds are holding it. That's going to be big time diamond hands, big time hands that are going to hold on to that and going to hold on to it pretty much forever. Bitcoin is now going to be an asset as valuable or more valuable than gold. Okay, guys? And that's something that we really have to understand, right? Now that all these institutions are going to go grabbing for it, this scenario that they told us could never happen, right? Because crypto was billed as going against banks, and it was never that. It was never that. They always give us this idea is like it's two opposing forces, and it's never two opposing forces. It is always their force on one side and their force on the other side. They're controlling both sides always, and we always fall for the trap, bro. We always fall for the trap. They've been in control of Bitcoin. It's been the set replacement for fiat cash, and they just slowly moved it down the train, down the tubes. Till now, look up again. I just showed you, right? The progression there. Bitcoin from like 11K to now 46K. And many people don't have 46K, right? It's slowly moving, so it can't be purchased by the normal person. So next thing you know, Bitcoin's going to be 100K. It's going to be six figures, and then people are going to be asking you about it, right? When at 15K, you were begging people, buy Bitcoin. It's low right now. This is the best time to get in. It's a bear market. No, I'm not going to buy crypto. And that crypto stuff. Well, Bitcoin's too volatile. Like it's just crazy, bro. But that's how things work. Again, if we were to get into the whole hermetic principles or principles of Tahuti, right? Another name for them, but anyways, that's a different subject. If we were to get into that, everything goes in cycles, right? People at the bear cycle, they can't reconcile it. But that's the best time to buy. It's hilarious when you think about it, right? People will ask you about it when it's at 80K, when it's at 70K. Once Bitcoin breaks its new time high, people will probably be asking. Once it breaks six figures, people will probably be asking. But when it was at 15K and Sam Bankman-Fried was running around here, even though he was probably an agent himself, right? He was probably a front man himself, right? But Sam Bankman-Fried was running around here. Nobody was thinking they should buy crypto, right? Even though he was their guy too. Like, it's maddening. It's so maddening. It's so maddening when you think about it. It's so maddening when you think about it. Like, so mad. It's so maddening when you think about it. I can't even. I probably just confuse more people. But if you've been watching my show for a long time, you understand why I'm like upset right now. Okay, so the ETF approved. What's the next move for us US retail investors? Try to stack as much crypto as you can, right? Right? And if you haven't been stacking, since the bear market, this is not financial advice. This is just what I'm doing with my own portfolio. And this is just what I've been doing, right? Try to get as much exposure to Bitcoin related things as you can, because once Bitcoin is at 6K or at 100K, $1 million, imagine how much Bitcoin and Bitcoin related assets are going to be. Bitcoin ETFs, Clean Spark shares, Bitcoin itself, these BRC20 projects. Imagine how much these things are going to be worth. Imagine where Ethereum's going to be, Solana's going to be. Imagine. This is not only big for Bitcoin, this is huge for the entire crypto market. But we shouldn't be surprised because we knew this was coming. Okay. If you're a long time person of this show, I've been saying this forever, right? Since I flipped the show from a stock show to a crypto show, that crypto is the future. This is where money is heading, right? And even when I knew that, and this is speaking to everybody, even when I knew that, they still put so much doubt into my head too, right? Like, oh man, I don't know. Oh man, I don't know, but we should have known, right? But it's hard when you see everyone saying the opposite, right? This is how we're programmed. I hate to say it like that, but that's what it is. When you look at it and you hear that it's TV programming, that's not a coincidence, bro. It's not a coincidence they call it TV programming, because that's what it is. It's programming. Oh my God, bro. But yeah, this is huge for the crypto market, and we have to stock up now, or I'm stocking up for my portfolio now because I see where this is going. Let's go back up to Mainly Music's post here. 2019, they were getting ready to custody cryptos. Hedge funds were. 2019 through the DACC, right? And BOCT, which is at a great price right now. Your boy has some for sure. Your boy has some BOCT. Look at that stock, BKKT, right? It's all there, right? And if you look at how I've been covering Ripple and how Ripple has crypto custody assets, and then the next thing after crypto custody assets at some point are going to be gaming assets, because there are all these gaming custody assets like Epic Prime or not Epic Prime, Echelon Prime that are popping up, right? So gaming assets, that's next down the line, right? They're up next, okay? But for now, huge crypto assets and any assets relating to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and XRP. Huge, right? Okay. Huge. Okay. Do you think blockchain certification would be beneficial? There is one on course that is available. I don't know what blockchain certification is, Drake Owens. Is that you're certifying a blockchain, or is that like I don't know exactly what that is, but I would believe any crypto related business would be great. But can you explain exactly what blockchain certification is to me? Because it seems the two things sound like a regulatory thing to me. Like I'm certifying that this blockchain works, but I'm not quite sure if that's the case. Please let me know. Draco Lawrence, I will look at Alchemy University. Is free and highly recommended by the pros. Thank you, Crypto in Focus. Sharing information is what we do around here. Awesome. So can you guys, though, explain blockchain certification, exactly what that is to me? Because I don't understand what that is, like what it does. I'm on Telegram also. Good to have you there for your soul, Nance. Appreciate it, brother. Thanks for coming through on there. And I hope you find some value from everybody in there. Everybody's kind and they will answer questions. What is up, Trust Truth? Member of our community, also a member of the International Passport community. Best Telegram in the space. My guy, Tyson, I just got through referencing you, brother, as being a great member in the Telegram. Right, get your money and get out, buy what you need, 100%. Now that you mentioned TSA, you should look into TSA bit. Patrice O'Neill did. It was pure comedy. Yeah, Patrice O'Neill, and isn't he not unalived? Like, isn't he not here anymore? Poor Patrice O'Neill, man. He was just getting into his game too. Brad Garlinghouse literally says they're working with the banks, and somehow people believe everything he says, except for that. 100%, bro. 100%. And people say that XRP is a scam, and people they think that crypto is a Ponzi. But honestly, guys, all money is a Ponzi. There, I said it. I just said it. No, but seriously, like all money is kind of really backed by nothing. Like all money, all fiat, all crypto, all of it's a spell. All of it is not backed by anything. All of it. So to say that regular cash is better than crypto, they're the same thing. They're the same thing. That's why I get upset with like conspiracy folk, because they're like, I'm gonna hold on to my cash. Cash is the same thing as crypto. Like there's no difference. There's no difference, right? There's no difference. So understand they're changing from the fiat paper system to the crypto electronic system. This is what is happening. And this is what we've been touting on here for a long time. Okay, a long time. And I can get so deep into fiat currency. Our American fiat currency is no longer legal tender. You cannot. It's not legal tender in the definition of what legal tender is. If you go to court, our money is not defined as legal tender. It's a promissory note. It was legal tender when you could redeem it for gold and silver, but now since you cannot redeem it for gold and silver, it's a promissory note. It's a debt instrument, okay? It has no value, okay? And now banks don't even have to reserve money. Like they don't have to have like 10% of reserves. They can do as many derivatives as they want. So it literally doesn't have any value other than debt. Okay. At this point, cryptocurrency might be the purest fiat around because it's not quadruple derivative, like to like this, that, and that, and this interest rate and this interest rate, and this one bought this, that. Like it might be the purest of the non-pure, right? At this point, you're going to need permission to purchase soon enough. 100%. And you see, they're already limiting on ramps to crypto, right? So I'm saying, bro, like Agent Sam for Uncle Sam, talking about Sam Bankman-Fried, right? Bleepstein was their guy too. No one is above the system. Yep, 100%, bro. Like they're always on both sides. That's why I like politics. To me is like the silliest thing. It's like it's they're just they're both the same side, bro. They're just dividing content. They're just division things, right? And people like look at conservative one way and Democrat the other when they're just the opposite side of the coin. Like they're both like, and you can know that because they're all in the same secret societies. They're all in the 322 society. You know, right? John Kerry versus George Bush. They're both 322 society members, right? And you can just look at the definitions of what Republican and Democrat used to look like 50 years ago. They were different. Like they just change it up and switch it up. If you know the laws of polarity, you understand that. Positive, negative, life, death. What other hot, cold, right? Hot and cold are the same thing if you're going down that pole, right? At some point you reach lukewarm, and at some point you reach hot. Then you go down, you reach cold, and you can loop that boy back around. Like you're so hot, you feel cold. Like you get that but that's another subject. That's another subject. Do you think a big drop is coming? No, I do not. It cannot come. They have to purchase. They have to purchase the spot now. They have to buy the spot ETF. I'm assuming that they haven't done it yet because they couldn't legally. And of course, what have we been hearing, right? Kathy Wood dumped her Grayscale and had millions on the side. They have their millions on the side now. Who you call it? Michael Saylor dumped some of his stock and bought Bitcoin. So I don't like there was something I was listening to and they were saying, okay, will Michael Saylor buy the ETF now? No, he dumped his own stock to buy Bitcoin. Why would he now buy yours? Maybe he will. I don't know. It wouldn't make any sense. But why would he do that? That doesn't make any sense. But like we told you guys like months ago, certain Bitcoin stocks would outperform Bitcoin. We said that with CleanSpark, right? Back when it was like $1.77, right? And Bitcoin was like around 15K. Bitcoin 3x, CleanSpark has 5 or 6x at $10 or $11, almost up to 13, and came back to like 11 now. So Bitcoin or CleanSpark did outperform Bitcoin as far as X goes. We were right on that. 100% right on that. Now, at the point that CleanSpark is at $10 or $10 to $11, I don't know that you would necessarily buy Bitcoin over CleanSpark or CleanSpark over Bitcoin now. I don't know if you would do that now. That would be up to you to see and to think of yourself. I don't know that you would buy a Bitcoin ETF now when you could just buy Bitcoin. If it was me, I would probably just buy the Bitcoin if I had the choice. Because now you actually have the underlying asset. At some point, I think you will be able to go out and say, collateralize your Bitcoin as though it was like an asset, right? Like how you could go to, you go to these people and you say, okay, I got gold. Give me a loan for my gold. Or how people were just going out. They had these like buy your gold places where people were just give them their gold and they would buy it. Instead, I wouldn't just sell off your Bitcoin. I would first take a loan against it before you actually sell it off. but don't be late on that loan because they will try to snag your Bitcoin, right? Not financial advice, of course, not financial advice, just what I'm doing. Like I would now, like if I, the Bitcoin, I would take a loan against it. But yeah, at this point, I would. The whole goal for me buying CleanSpark was I knew the X value would be the ROI, the X's, the multipliers would be bigger than Bitcoin, and the eventual goal is to move it into Bitcoin and have that Bitcoin, right? So no, I don't think a drop is coming. I think it's more and more people are now going to buy Bitcoin. More foreign companies that have their own foreign exchanges will now do it, since the American exchanges, the biggest exchange in the world, the New York Stock Exchange has now did it. They're probably going to buy Bitcoin. Now we see Bitcoin shoot up past its previous high, to be honest with you. Because where's that article we just read? They said 50 to 100 billion is now going to be placed into Bitcoin, and I think they're undershooting it. So they're going to be buying Bitcoin. I don't see market would shoot down. If it does, that would be pretty crazy. Let's see. I think this is the article, right? Okay, there we go. So they said it here. There it is. Standard Chartered analysts, excuse me, I keep saying they're wrong. This week said that the ETFs could draw 50 to 100 billion this year alone. Okay. Alone. Other analysts said inflows could be closer to 55 billion. Okay, so this is for excuse me, I read this wrong. This is for inflows into the ETFs, but we have to assume that they have to purchase the Bitcoin. They may have to maintain a 1-to-1 ratio here. I don't think that they've completely purchased all the Bitcoin that they need for the ETFs. And like I said, you also have to think that foreign stock markets, when they open up their ETFs, they would also have to buy Bitcoin for their spot ETFs. So we got to think more purchasing will go on here. So yeah, for me, I don't think we see a drop in Bitcoin in BTC. But let's go over here and take a look at the chart. So weekly chart. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, I was playing around with the stochastic RSI, but I think I want to get the regular RSI here. I don't know why it keeps showing me. I don't want to see that. I want to see this. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Well, let me get the regular RSI and not the stochastic RSI. RSI. Okay, so Regular RSI is saying we're kind of hot right now. So could we see a pullback? Maybe. I doubt it though, because I think we're more, if we were to look at where we were, because remember I said we have this W pattern, right? The same W pattern. Let me the same W pattern. Oh my God. Sorry guys. It's so complicated to mouse things. We're gonna get it though. I'm just gonna be patient and we're gonna get it. Okay, can't mouse it correctly, but you see this W pattern here, right? We're having kind of the same thing happen here. I wish I could move my mouse. There's probably some way that I can lock this or whatever. So I could move it. Let me see. I don't know why it's this difficult, bro. Hold on, let me switch charts and come back in. Okay, I don't know why I can't move this properly. I don't know, but you can kind of see it here. Let me turn that off. So you can kind of see the W pattern here, where is very similar to what this looks like. So I think we're kind of like right around here. You can kind of see that here, right? A little bit. So I think we got all of this to go. This is what happened last halving cycle. So this yellow line is where the last halving cycle happened. So you see, like we didn't really get bullish until after the halving, but this one, like it always happens faster every 4 years. So this one actually happened. We actually went bullish before the halving. So we're essentially kind of right here, right? So I expect this to keep going all the way up to like 80, 70 or 80 or more. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. W patterns are very, very bullish. Look them up. Maybe we can look it up right quick. W pattern trading. They're very, very bullish pattern. And some people call them like the Bart Simpson heads or something. I've heard Waters Above say Bart Simpson head. I've heard Crypto Blood say it too. So on the weekly pattern, it looks like they're W pattern. And if you look, W patterns are usually generally very, very bullish. And looks like a W to me. I don't know about you. If you're low in capital, focus on hunting airdrops, asymmetrical returns. And if you want, come on over to our Telegram. Crypto in Focus is one of the people who's very kind enough to talk about airdrops in our Telegram. So definitely come on over there if you haven't already. John Thompson, yes, you have been saying this forever. Facts. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Bitcoin Shango, what is up? My guy. Mrs. KP Bailey, thank you. He wants to take a blockchain development course. Okay, got you. Yeah, definitely. Because maybe AI replaces IT jobs, but I don't know that AI will be able to correctly code blockchain. At least not anytime soon. ETH is pumping hard right now, above 25K, up 8% today. And that may be because everybody's speculating that a spot ETF, a spot ETH ETF is probably next on the agenda. What do you think about that, OMC? Do you think Nimic is a solid project? Underdog Crypto used to talk about it, and it was related to Bitcoin somehow. What's up, Jay? Yeah, my guy Underdog did used to talk about that. Shout out to Underdog Crypto. I hope my man is good. I need to check on him. Last time I reached out, I didn't hear anything back from him, but I'm sure he was busy. So I need to check back with my guy, Nimic. See if I can get him, me, and the professor together. That would be an excellent. Him, me, the professor, and Red Dad, Blue Dad. That would be excellent to get us on the stream. See if Crypto Plural, Carlton Flowers wants to get in on that. That would be great. Get the band back together again. It's low market cap. I forget what Nimic does. But it's one of those ones. It's like you can kind of sit and wait on it because it always has, or at least you can see here, last bull run it had a pop. So, and it hasn't really moved yet. So you're just waiting for this pop, whatever this pop is, to get to 1 cent. What does it do? Okay, designed to make cryptocurrencies easy to use without compromising decentralization. It's the only blockchain where users always participate directly by default. Crypto fiat bridge, atomic swaps between crypto like NIM and BTC, East coming soon. We expect about 1,000 TPS, which isn't that fast now. Yeah, let's see what their Twitter's like. Say it's mineable. Says Chrome Cosmos Capital is an investor. Let's see. It's been a while since I even thought about Nimic. And Underdog, if you're watching this, if you can reach out to me, bro, I appreciate it. Let's see here. Crypto for humans. And I'm bad at checking my messages, y'all. I'm terrible. So, but I might even already reached out. I need to check my messages. Namic is excited to announce the release of Proof of Stake. This was 2023. So they switched to Proof of Stake, apparently. CKP. Okay, so they're doing zero knowledge proofs as well. So they're still active. Yeah, they're still active on their Telegram. So they're migrating to Proof of Stake. Maybe that'll be a better move for them. they can claim that they're, eco-friendly and all that. So they're still active. Let's see who's following these guys. Phantom Beat, Red Dad, Blue Dad. Radix founder Dan Hughes. Okay. Not bad. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know about Nimic. Uh, it'll be one to monitor. It seems like it's good for a pop if you're willing to just wait, because of the low market cap. But you just have to know you have to just wait till it pops. Like any market cap around this is juicy. Um, it's juicy. It is juicy, pretty juicy. Like I was showing you guys, OKC or OKC, OZK. Pretty juicy market cap for to be, you know, where it is right now, and having relations to zero knowledge proofs and multi-platform stuff with Bitcoin and Bitcoin BRC20s and ERC20s. Pretty interesting. Wait for that to pop up. Nobody helped you? Jesus. Nobody helped 4-year-old Nance in the Telegram. I mean, if you could just post it again, brother, I'll be on the lookout and I'll look for it right after the show. Since Bitcoin is so high, wouldn't be smarter to buy a cheaper altcoin? Yeah, you could definitely buy a cheaper altcoin. I'm not saying that people should just go buy Bitcoin. Yeah, that's like I'm like the altcoin show of Gentlemen in Crypto. They're Gentlemen in Crypto are more like Bitcoin maxis, but yeah, definitely go buy an altcoin. I'm okay with altcoins and Bitcoin. So yeah, I'm okay with both. It's all about you and your portfolio though. Some people choose to go with things where it's like, okay, if you've done your research and you found something that you know is going to go up and give you a higher ROI than Bitcoin, I'd say definitely go with that. But if you're a person that's like splitting your portfolio, where it's like I want to have like 10 or 15% exposure to Bitcoin, then maybe that's something you want to do. No way is wrong or right. You have to find what's better for you. So whatever's better for you, do that. Like for me, I have a certain percentage of my portfolio split up into Bitcoin, and like I lied to you guys, I plan to eventually move my CleanSpark stuff over to actual Bitcoin. Question around the Bitcoin ETF. I went on my Fidelity and I could buy at 25.56. How is the ETF price? I was sure how I could buy it at the price that was lowest. I do not know how they're priced. I don't know if they're 1-to-1. I really didn't do any looking into the pricing of the ETFs because for me, CleanSpark was how I was going to make my Bitcoin exposure moves. You know, so I honestly don't know. On like how they're priced. But if anyone knows, please put it in the chat. Larry Davis, F4 Years Old Nance, no buy. Not sure what that means. Polytrix is WWE Raw. They showed us who the voters were in the movie. Don't look up. They'll be mocking us on every level, 100%. BRC20s, are we still early? Yeah, we're still early for BRC20 related projects, I think. For stuff like Ordi, I don't know if you want to buy Ordi at this point. If you're spending like $80 for like a thing that's actually just a Satoshi, I don't know if you want to buy that. But there are better moves, I think, in like the SRC20 space, which is the stacks BRC20s, or the DRC20 space. I meant to bring this up for patrons, but hey, you guys are going to get it now. I also have to do this for patrons at some point. Doge Labs, or something like that. So there are DRC20s, which is like Doge's. Doge Labs wallet. So Doge Labs has on their site, I think it's this one, where you can go ahead and buy Doge, which is the first Dogecoin ordinal. That's not right. Doge. DRC 20. So you have to get a Doge Labs wallet and put Dogecoin in it, and you can go buy Doge. I think this is it. This is it, I think. DRC20 #org. Yeah, so this is it. So you can go on here and you can go buy Doge, which is the first Dogecoin ordinal, or the Doge ordinals. Okay, so this is a decent price. I bought some at 2.50 something, and I bought some more at $1.89. So these are decent prices for it. But Doge is the first Dogecoin ordinal. So might want to grab some of these Dogies. Again, you have to have the Doge Labs wallet. Hopefully it doesn't log me in. Okay, it didn't. Okay. You got to get a Doge Labs wallet and log yourself in, and you can go that route. But yeah, I'm sure more popular BRC20s will be popping up. We just have to keep our heads open. And also on Alex, they have like DRC20 Launchpad, or BRC20 Launchpad, excuse me, on Alex. So you just have to pay attention there to see if some good BRC20s come up on Alex. There is a specialization on courses called Blockchain Revolution for Financial Services. Soon they will be telling us what we can buy. I prefer cash. Specialization on course C called Blockchain Revolution for Financial Services. Okay. Okay. Do you trust BlockFi for borrowing against your crypto? BlockFi, didn't it go belly up? I thought BlockFi was like I thought for sure BlockFi went out of business or something like that, or went belly up. I haven't done any loans against my crypto at this point, but there are places out there where you can do it. If anyone's had any success with that, please let me know, and or so we can tell Drake Owens here. I don't plan on like doing any loans against my crypto anytime soon, but I can foresee a time in the future that if you have a lot of crypto for collateral, you could do a loan on it like you would do like gold or anything like that. Especially those that have a working plan to develop other forms of income outside of fees, especially during the bear market. What's up, RA? What's up, Phantom B? We were just talking about you. $2 billion coming tomorrow from BlackRock. Here we go. Will ETH drop because BTC will boom? No, ETH's not going to drop. It's going to go right along with it, and pretty soon we'll probably see an ETH spot ETF coming at some point soon. ETH not above 25K. I'm sorry, did I say that wrong? I think ETH. Where is it right now? I think it was $2,600 is what he was saying it was above, and I might have said it incorrectly. Thank you for letting me know that, Jake Fever. I apologize, guys, because there may be some people listening to this on their phone, like, "What? ETH over 26K? What?" um, over. I think he said over. He said over 2,600, and I said it wrong. So my apologies, guys, on that. My apologies. I think ETH briefly went over $2,600. My bad. My bad, y'all. Binance Labs is pushing DPIN projects. Yeah, DPIN's going to get there too. Because remember, like eventually, I think they're going to want people to work in the metaverse. So that's going to slowly be implemented too. Bought NIM at 0.004 back in like 2021. What's up, Phantom Beat? Overseas will be waking up shortly. Let's see what it does for Bitcoin. I'll post the UDC NIMIC video in the Telegram. Thank you, Chick Focus. Give my guy Underdog some love. Lots of valuable info in the ETFs registration forms that'll help you trade. Thank you, Mainly Music. Thank you, Outcast, for the $5 super chat. UDC and Red Dead Blue Dead goes around the same time. Oh, really? I know Underdog had told me he was working on like a doctorate or something, and he was going to be Ghost for a while as he worked on his like doctorate program. It was something really fancy. So I'm sure my man's doing fine. So I knew he was going to be Ghost for a while, but Red Dead Blue Dead. I always see like when I'm looking at cryptos, I always see like his name on like a lot of new cryptos I'm looking at. So it seems like he's still active at looking at stuff. He just might not be posting videos. Shout out to my guy Red Dead Blue Dead. I hope he's doing well, man. Maybe we need to link up. I need to check on him too. Peace. What's up, Outcast? Appreciate the follow out of super chat. I need to start posting like my Cash App and stuff on here for you guys because YouTube does take like 45%. What's good? Our A from E. We in here. I'm thinking so as well on ETH. Yep, that we get that. We get that as the next spot ETF. Nah, Orty can take a nap. I missed that party. Thanks, real. Yep, 100%, bro. BlockFi got destroyed by the powers that be. Anthony Pomp involved too. Yeah, BlockFi. Yeah, that's what I thought. BlockFi is finito. But there are projects out there that still give you loans on your Bitcoin. I think one of them is XPR, which is a sleeper project. I think they do it. You can. What's it? Another one I think is Nexo. I think Nexo gives you loans and stuff like that too. I'm far from the point where I want to like. I don't know that, you know, in no time am I going to take out loans on my crypto in this bull market. No, I don't think I would do that. But you know, it could be an option for people who want more capital. But I would say be very careful with that. You don't want to have to be surrendering your crypto. Like just take the gains you can get with your regular money. But it's, you know, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not trying to be one. So, you know, you got to make your own decisions there. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue twisted. I don't know why. Let's see here. So I think we covered everything we wanted to cover. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on. So our Saturday show at 10-ish or 11-ish Mountain Standard Time, AM, by the way, should be very good. Again, OMC just told us $2 billion from BlackRock, and I heard somebody else too tell me that. One of my friends at work told me $2 billion from BlackRock. Somebody else is supposed to be putting in some more money tomorrow too. One of those 11. So I think it's only up skis from here, man. You bring people up. Oh, thanks, brother. Thanks, brother, man. I try to bring people up as much as I can, bro. So it's a learning experience, and you know, it's a learning experience from everybody in here. And you know, I try to give everybody the tools, so they don't so they can go out and you know, do this and feel confident about their choices. And I try to mention everything I can to make things great for people's crypto journeys, right? So yeah, guys, be ready for that 8.9 trillion about to hit shock. Oh, really? Is that right, Phantom Beat? I got my strongholds. Nah, bring folks on the live stream. You should take questions live. Oh, that's a good idea, Outcast. We'll try that on Saturday. And take some questions live. I like how King does that on the FU Friday shows. Shout out to King and Gentleman of Crypto. Shout out to the whole Gentleman of Crypto cast. Shrek with 2Ks, guys from Stacks, Crypto and Down. Who else am I missing? King and Zay, Gentleman Crypto themselves. Simon Family Investments. Shout out to all those guys, man. They do great work, bro. And Jump Out Girls, they still do stuff on here too. They did some great work. Nice lineup here. Everybody leave a like. Ru gave us an hour and a half. Yeah, bro. I would definitely appreciate the likes, guys. It really helps. The more, you know, being a YouTube creator, like I try to make it be the first thing I do when I come into guys shows that I like to press the like. Like when I'm watching Gentleman of Crypto, when I'm watching Maximus Crypto, shout out to my guy Max. When I'm watching the Tokenizer, shout out to the Tokenizer, shout out to Crypto, Cryptovisor, shout out to Rice Crypto. I was watching Rice and Crypto Blood today, or was that yesterday? I watch those guys pretty frequently. Shout out to those guys; they do a good job. But yeah, guys, I will catch you guys on Saturday. You can catch me in the Telegram if you guys have any questions. I'll try to answer. Just tag my name in the Telegram. But yeah, guys, I'm out, guys. Have a good